Remember 2017? Australia said yes, millions around the world said me too, and the President of the United States said, Kofefe? You know what else happened in 2017? Nathan Sobey blew up. In 2016, the current Brisbane star and Olympic bronze medalist was a young guy riding the bench in Adelaide. After starting his pro career in Cairns, Joey Wright brought Sobey to Adelaide in 2015. You see, he knew that Sobey was different. He had the tools, the work ethic and the heart to become a star. The thing is, he wasn't there yet, and in his first year in Adelaide, Sobey played just 10 minutes per game and put up 4 points a night. Don't get me wrong, he had his moments, but he wasn't part of the regular game night rotation. But in the 2016-17 season, that all changed.
Randall goes straight at Stockton, looked inside for Sobey! Leaping and jumping to glory with a big two! Big duck from Sobey!
When Mitch Creek went down in Adelaide's third game, Sobey's time to shine arrived. Jerome Randall was running the point, Sobey was sprinting the lane, and bam! The 36ers became must-watch TV. By the time that season was over, Sobey was most improved, was on the All-NBL second team, and had become a bona fide star of the comp. He'd gone from averaging 4 points a game to 15, from 1 rebound to 5, and from 1 dime a night to 4. In other words, he'd broken out.
Adelaide has scored the last 8 points in, and Sobey climbs upstairs for the big block. That is a superstar play right there. Sobey goes up and away.
Think Chris Goulding in 2014, when he put 50 on the Kings, yep, 50, and became the league's leading scorer. Think Joe Luala-Chul last year, who went from best 6-man to top 3 in MVP. Or Keanu Pinder, who was widely ridiculed in Adelaide before finding his way in the warm air of the tropics. This year, another group of NBL players are poised to rise to the next level. Here they are, my 22-23 breakout candidates.
Corey punching his own fist. Yeah! Beautiful to watch, William McDowell-White.
If there's one player set to blow up this season, without question, it's this man, Will McDowell-White from the New Zealand Breakers. Will McDowell-White was hot property in the free agent market this off-season, with teams around the league having a swing. Brisbane, Perth, Adelaide, all amongst those squads. But in the end, Modi Mayor and the Breakers convinced him to re-sign. This, right here, was a big reason why. Do you have the keys for New Zealand this season?
From what I've heard, I do.
McDowell-White isn't messing around. He knows he's ready for a fully fledged breakout. He said straight up that he's gunning for most improved, and Mayor has challenged him to post averages of around 16, 8 and 8. I mean, woo! Those numbers would not only result in most improved, let's be real, they'd land him on the All-NBL first team. Either way, the point is this, he's going to be the man running that squad in New Zealand. He's going to get all the minutes he can handle, he's going to have the rock, and he's going to have Mayor constantly in his ear, encouraging him to be aggressive. You saw what he did for the Boomers. This is a very talented 24-year-old with all kinds of upside. Huge season ahead. Fresh off being selected by Cleveland in this year's NBA draft, Luke Travers and his mullet have been stashed back in Perth to continue their development. It's a move that makes sense, but Travers showed at the Summer League last month that he certainly has the potential to compete at the next level. He has the height, length, and athleticism, and his instincts as both a playmaker and defender make him a really intriguing prospect. I mean, look at the way he switches onto these guards, slides his feet, and sends that weak stuff away. And look at this, the way he whips this wraparound pass to find his roll man at the rim. He turned heads in Vegas. So the challenge for Travers this season is simple. Continue his rapid rate of development. Under new head coach John Riley, Travers needs to keep improving his shooting and start to become a guy who asserts himself on contests much more consistently. All game, every game. That's got to be the mantra for Travers this season as he seeks to take the leap from an exciting young prospect to a rostered NBA guy. This will be year 2 for Ariel Hukporti in the NBL, and the German next star is poised to have a massive second season. Under the tutelage of Dean Vickerman and his staff, Hukporti took great strides for Melbourne last year. First things first, the kid is an explosive, powerful athlete. He's one of the quickest bigs we've ever seen in the NBL, running from rim to rim. I mean, damn, das ist sehr gut. But last season, Hukporti really improved his ability to play with poise. He slowed down, started taking his time, and in the process became a genuine post threat. He even displayed some developing touch as a face-up shooter. Where Hukporti grew the most, however, was at the defensive end. His awareness and positioning off the ball improved, as did his work in the block and his ability to guard pick and roll. The exciting part is there's still so much more room to grow. I mean, it'll be a different looking front court for United this season. JLA, gone. Jack White, gone. Isaac Humphries and Jordan Caroline are in. But one thing we know for sure is that Hukporti will get plenty of run. And expect him to use that time productively as the giant Germans NBA draft stock continues to rise. In many ways, Dejan Vasiljevic is already a star, but the exciting thing for Sydney fans is he's still getting better. DJ put up 12 points per game last season as he made his way back from the torn Achilles that ended his scintillating rookie campaign. That was a little down from the 15 a night he posted in year one, but on such a stacked squad and following such a devastating injury, a little dip was to be expected. That said, he certainly had some big moments. Remember that 33-point bag he dropped on the Hawks? Oh yeah, and this.
Clark has Vasiljevic. Big moment. DJ Vasiljevic, a dagger.
Entering this season, Vasiljevic's ready to explode even further. The 25-year-old is brimming with confidence right now after some big moments late last season, a trip to the Summer League, and some dominant runs in the NBL 1. I mean, when he got tired of dropping gaudy scoring numbers for Diamond Valley the other week, he messed around and had a triple-double. He's kind of taking the piss. He's also locked and loaded as Sydney's primary wing scorer this season, and will be playing alongside a point guard in Derek Walton Jr., who last year led the NBA G League in assists. It's lock and load for DJ this year in the Harbour City. Who doesn't love Jack McVeigh? Tasmania's smiling assassin took a leap last season as he shifted teams and helped the Jack Jumpers advance to the granny. It was a wonderful season for McVeigh, who transitioned to becoming a full-time power forward and in the process put up career-high scoring and rebounding numbers. In fact, let's not forget, Tassie's season turned around when they made him more of a focus. The Jack Jumpers were 2-6 when they started getting McVeigh more involved, and we all know what happened from there. My man did his thing, and the Ants, well, they marched all the way to the championship series. March. McVeigh became a big shot maker for the JJs. He says he looks himself in the mirror each morning and says, "I make big shots." And then, whooshka, he does. You know what though? An underrated element of his growth took place defensively. If we're being honest, McVeigh was something of a liability at that end in Adelaide, but his defensive efforts last season were sublime. He grew stronger in his ability to guard pick and roll and defend in the post. The reality is, Tassie were without Will Magnay for more than half of the regular season, and with McVeigh anchoring their front court, were still able to maintain a top 3 defense. And here's the upside. It's not going to take the Jackies a third of the season this time to realise McVeigh's importance. He should be getting his touches right from opening night. Who knows? Like Nathan Sobey in 2017, maybe one or more of these guys blows up in NBL23. We'll be watching.